Hey everybody, haircut. I'm at my parents' place in California. Lots changed. I got Restore. I tried it I took the full thing about 15 minutes ago. I feel great already. And I know it's just going to keep going deeper. It's a gut-oriented thing. God, see, I'm so excited. It's the energies. I'm not used to this kind of energy. I'm surprised. Very exciting. Let's take 2 more, huh? I want to be the first person to go on the record of taking 3 of these at once. I have a feeling I'll get into one of those states, which I'm already sort of in, of wanting to explain what I'm feeling, not being able to. So you end up rambling like an idiot, saying something like, it's like, if I could say, it's just like. This is why meditation's important when we're overwhelmed. Forget all the thinking about it. People all over the U.S. are getting them today or so. You can feel the change in the root community collective consciousness. Very exciting, very exciting. Clayton, did you put taste greatness on there? Badass. Alright, here's the third one. It's 1:20 p.m. Sorry, no time stamp, you'll believe me. 1:20 p.m. Pacific time. Took my first ride about 1. Take my second 2 at 1:20 here. I'm going to make videos with the timestamp over the next couple hours into the evening. We'll see if I sleep this evening. I'm the type of person that actually slept pretty well with 0 in, even at pretty high doses. You're really not supposed to take 3. You're supposed to start with like half of 1. Don't do this. And then, I'm not going to bother you with this, but go grab a pair of scissors, cut it open. Maybe rub it on your hands. People are putting it on their face as a face mask, and like spots. Dr. Christina's apparently something called cancer spots on her face went away with 1 full package of this applied to the face. You look like Donald Trump for about 2 days, though. That orange turmeric. There it is, folks. I've committed myself. I'll keep you posted. Cheers. Hey, apologies, no timestamp, but it's 1:45, and I feel calmer, more collected than I did with just taking 1. Not gonna lie, there's a lot of energy going through my system, and I'm definitely on kind of, paying attention mode. But man, muscle releases and spine alignment. That's my big takeaway, which is sort of a personal thing for me. I'm very interested in those 2 things. I have some issues with my neck. I have this thing here, a little neck exercise. Build some neck muscles. Restore my S-curve. So I'm really feeling things when I'm doing this exercise, right? And I feel some major differences around the amount of muscle tension in my neck. Very hard to release these for me. The gut is connected to everything, that's all I can tell you, and this really helps the gut. So I'm alive and doing well on 3. Thank you very much, Root. This feels very healing. Doesn't feel like a fun time. It is a fun time. But that's not the thrust of what it feels like. What it feels like is really well-made, loving, healthy medicine. So often medicine is just a symptom suppression. That I think people have decided to look for things that help them actually feel good in order to know that it's helping them. Now, all 3 root products help me feel better. But there's this added element of, oh no, that's more like traditionally medicinal. Like we're talking like lowered inflammation. It's a big one. Like sort of a probiotic effect with both 0 in and Restore. Helping the mitochondria. We're not messing around with stuff like we're taking drugs here, I think this stuff is just perfect for like calming down and waking up. I love Restore. Thank you guys. Hey, so it's 3:35. This is gonna be gross, but this is my evidence, okay? That 3 Restore plus, like, good amount of clean slate is getting stuff out of my system. Pardon, I'm a little pale today because I put on some tallow sunscreen that I got as a free sample. I'm not this pale. I had a really toxic bowel movement. How do I know it's a really toxic bowel movement? Because I got really sort of sick and tired feeling, very sleepy and kind of sick. And then I had that bowel movement. Now, when the stool is about to exit, there's an extra absorption of liquid in the last part of the colon. So they're basically re-ingesting sort of a bit more of the stool. I mean, this is what it feels like, and I really think it's true. Right before the movement, you get the feeling of being extra sick, and then the movement happens and instantly feel better. You know what I'm talking about? You experienced that? That really happened big time. It's coming out, baby. Feels good. Gross but real. Hey, so it's 6:55, and I feel great. Kind of more open and vulnerable and, in the moment. So that would be maybe uncomfortable, but, I know it's a good thing. But then I also feel really good. There's no need to take more than one package at a time, because our body seems to do what it wants to do and what it can do and what it can do safely, honestly, for the most part, unless you're very toxic, which a lot of people are. Body seems to manage what it can manage and what it wants to do with root products. So there's actually a way that this helps us increase the value we can get out of root products. Because just like our body might tune down the intensity of a high dosage, because maybe it doesn't feel like it can use or work with all of that, it actually, I think, amplifies the power of a small dosage of the root products. This would be like a homeopathic, in my understanding, response, where it's more about the information of the chemical and the activity of that chemical, the quality of that chemical, more about the information transfer to the body, and then the body amplifies it and carries out the activity that is assisted by that chemical / information. One key point here is that it's not dose dependent. There's like lower dose might actually increase the effectiveness of a homeopathic type treatment, which would usually have really high quality information. And high quality is like, sourcing and basically how in touch with nature it is, in my understanding. So, I find myself wanting to go gung-ho with dosage, as I did today. And there's some benefits in terms of flushing and kind of more the brute work of cleaning out, like, matter out of my system. But, the sort of subtle energetic qualities that the root products impart, it's almost better at lower doses, honest. Which is great for my pocketbook. Thanks for listening. I'm so impressed. I think one of the reasons why it's hard to zero in on homeopathy and its mechanisms is that we have such a low grade quality, qualities of all these products. Things don't have good quality information, and so the body doesn't do anything with the information aspect of the compound. And again, I think information has to be part of homeopathy because it's just not dose dependent. And water has the ability to transfer information and electricity, and we're made of this gel water. It's got the electrical current moving through it. And I think our gel water body, which we are 99% water in a structured gel state in terms of the amount of molecules in our body. So we're 70% water by weight, but we're 99% made of water molecules. I think this is the medium of information transfer and amplification in the body. We have to look to the water and the qualities of water for why this is possible, especially the qualities of structured water. Which, again, you stab a cell in the human body with a micropipette, it doesn't leak because it's gel. The fourth phase of water. You have to have high quality information in order for the water to amplify that information. That's what it seems like to me. Because, as Clayton talks about results, what are the outcomes? The outcomes is that my body likes to amplify low doses of all three of these supplements. And I almost see a negative, a sort of decrease in that natural, deep amplification of the qualities of these products when I take more. I might have like a little more of like stomach gurgles and like bowel movement type stuff if I take more of any of these products. but not the sort of whole body quality shifts that are really beautiful and profound. That can happen actually more effectively at lower doses almost. And what I mean by lower doses versus higher doses, I take really high doses of this shit because I love it. So, I still think 10 drops is like a good homeopathic dose, But, some people, a lot of people, get very far on only 1 drop. Definitely start with 1 drop. Definitely start with a third of a pack of Restore. I don't see any benefit in going over 1 pack, long term. Kind of fun to try 3 at first, though. So, thanks for tuning in. Namaste.